Hey crochet girls, it's your girl Steph. I did a full set of knotless small box braids on myself. So if you're interested in how I style them as well as what I think about the traditional box braids versus the knotless box braids, stay tuned. If you want to know what all the hype is about, what the pros and cons of each style is, I will be giving you the full rundown. You guys, I just uploaded on my channel more than like a week and a half ago of me doing crochet box braids, and I had individual box braids at the front and crochet in the back. And I've had more than enough experience being a black girl with some box braids. So I want to give you my pros and cons of the hairstyle, and I will do the same thing for the knotless box braids. Now, with knotless box braids, I will give you 2 pros and 2 cons to each. So with the box braids, the pros are the durability of this particular hairstyle. I feel like even though you're spending $180 to $200 to get your hair in box braids, I definitely think it's worth it because we all know that box braids last a long time, okay? If you take care of them, you do what you need to do, you go get it refreshed when you need to, you can ride box braids for like a month and a half, 2 months. I know some of y'all be doing it for 3, but honey, I understand the struggle is real. We got to do what we got to do. Wash your hair, condition it, okay? So the durability of this protective hairstyle is just great. I definitely think it is definitely my top 5 in protective hairstyles. If you're trying to just tuck your hair away for a little bit, you want to give it a break, you don't want to have to deal with it, you just want to get up and go, box braids are your style, okay? Now, in terms of cons, I would definitely say the heaviness that you feel that first week, y'all know what I'm talking about, when you first get your hair done and your hair braider's like, you want me to put it up? And you like, girl, are you crazy? No, this is heavy. I don't want to do that because it just, you know, you have to get used to the heaviness of having this extension hair on your head. And so I would definitely say that is a con because some people just cannot take that heaviness at all. Like they'll end up taking a $180 hairstyle out because it's too heavy for them. They don't get used to that feeling. So you got to have a week long to get used to the feeling of having hair attached to your head. I mean, that's just too much sometimes. My second con would be tension. Now, this is not true for everyone who gets their hair braided, but for most of us, we all can say we've had a hair braider braid our hair with box braids, and it's just way too much tension on our scalps in general, but particularly around our edges. I can say that I am a recovering edge tension person, okay? I've had hair braiders from micro braids just pull out my edges and just not take care of them, not care about it because they feel like in order to have a good foundation when braiding, they have to put so much tension on your head to attach that weave, and that's just not the truth. So that is definitely a con, and definitely something you may want to look out for if you're considering box braids. So when it comes to the overall aesthetic of box braids, what makes them different from knotless? Well, it's the knot. I will throw up a picture up here for you guys to see, but the knot that is created is attached to your root. That's how they attach the weave to your hair, and they don't add in any more hair after they've attached the weave. They just attach it to your hair and they continue to braid down. The knot, to me, I guess because I've seen it done so many times, it doesn't matter. The aesthetic of it doesn't matter. I don't care that it doesn't look natural. What's the big deal? So what? It's hair, it's braided, it's attached. I don't care if you don't think it's natural. Knotless box braids. Let's talk about the pros of those. So the pros of knotless box braids is simple. They are very, very lightweight. Y'all, so lightweight, so light. Like, I'm able to put my hair up in a bun. I installed these last night, y'all. And immediately after me installing them and dipping them, I was able to put them up in a top knot. I didn't do it tight because it's, you know, I mean, I still did freshly braid my hair. But I was able to put them up, and they were just able to manipulate, like, you know, y'all know how with your box braids, when that first week, when they're stiff, you can't manipulate them how you want to. But with these, y'all, oh my gosh, I was just able to just do whatever that with my head. I feel like I don't have any hair attached to my head. I feel like I just have my normal hair. That's how light it is. So I would definitely say that is a pro. The other pro is just the durability. I think overall this will get older quicker. So I will have to get back on here and to give you guys my like last review of knotless box braids. But I do think it will get older quicker simply because I started out with my hair first. And I just think it'll just look older quicker. I don't know. But I do think overall it's going to accomplish me trying to tuck my hair away and just be done with it for a little bit. And so that, for me, is still a pro. Like, some people may be like, oh, that's a con. But to me, if I can tuck my hair away for a month and a half and not have to deal with it, that's a pro. What? Cons of this particular hairstyle. Now, I have seen a lot of people do the medium-sized box, knotless box braids. I don't like them. I think because I can see through the scalp, like, you can see your scalp pretty quick with these box braids because you don't see a knot. And I think that's just an aesthetic thing. For me, it's a con because I don't want to be able to see my scalp, and I don't know, y'all. It's just, I don't like the whole natural look of it. I don't like it when I see the knotless medium box braids, but when I have mine, like, I like it. To me, yes, that looks very natural. I like the fact that it looks natural. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I don't like it with the medium box braids. I like the smaller knotless box braids. Now, you know, to me, these do take longer. And so this is a con. If you just don't want to put in the time, or if you're a braider, I think it can be a con for you. But if you're just getting your hair done, I mean, sitting is sitting once you're getting your hair braided, right? We all know that struggle. But for me, being a hair braider, I was very kind of like, oh, this is taking me a while. Like, I started my braids at 10 in the morning yesterday, and I didn't finish until 9 o'clock at night. I mean, and granted, I had my children, so I had to start and stop. But I mean, I just feel like with box braids, even if I did traditional box braids, I would have been done in like 6 hours. And I think the fact that you have to keep feeding in braids. So let's talk about this overall aesthetic of knotless box braids. So you guys saw in my clip before, I'll kind of insert some footage to the side, but you know that it doesn't have a knot at all. So you start off with your hair. And for a lot of my box braids, or knotless box braids, I actually still did a piece of hair inside of the start of my braid. But if you're not interested, or if you're interested in that, check out Kirsty something on YouTube. She has a method in which she did it, and that's the method that I followed because I have fine hair, especially around my edges, and I didn't feel completely comfortable just using my hair, and I needed a good foundation, and it definitely gave me that. But you start off with your hair, you braid your hair in, and very much like feed in cornrows, that makes it look natural. And then you just feed in hair as you braid. And you can feed in as many pieces as you want. I only fed in 3 pieces of hair into each of my braids. That's why they have the overall look that they do. That's why they're as small as they are, because I only fed in 3 strands of hair because that was the look that I was going for. And so it does give you a much natural look. I hear that as your knotless box braids get older, the better that they do look. I'm not too sure why. I'm like they're not faux locks. So I'm not too sure why. I know for sure I'm going to have to come back on here and give you guys a review a final review of the Knotless Box braids, but I just believe that it depends on what type of aesthetic you're going for. If you're just like, man, I'm just trying to throw my hair up in box braids, I don't care about it looking natural, that's not a big deal to me. I think that box braids are the definitely go-to for you. I definitely feel like box braids are quicker than knotless box braids. But if you kind of want a more natural looking braid and you're kind of going for the boho chic look, I definitely think knotless box braids are the one for you. And in terms of durability, I think that box braids are the better option. But I do think this obviously has durability as well. And so I personally am just loving the fact that these are so lightweight, y'all. Like, they're so lightweight. And I just love that because I feel like I'm able to style my hair a lot quicker, and it definitely feels like this is my hair, even though it isn't. And so I love that feel of it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my comparison and contrast, and I hope that it overall helped you make a decision maybe about if you're going to get the knotless box braids or the traditional box braids. But I will see you guys in the next video. Till later. Mwah.